How you doing, guys? Welcome back to Iron Horse Farm with me, Big Rick. This is episode 4. Now, I did a wee bit off screen, but not very much. I packed up the harvesters and I took them to the next fields. Now, this one is going to be field 39. But I also have a harvester in field 47. But the one in 39 I'm going to have being followed by a baler. Just because I need to start getting some straw bales, and the only other field I've got is a 41, which is a massive field. But if I bale 39 and 41, then that's going to give me an immense amount of bales. I suddenly realised after the last episode that I only had one baler, and obviously I was going to have a baler following the combine using the Follow Me mod, but I was also going to pick up the grass in a baler. So I decided to max the loan and bought another tractor and a baler. I then sold the I sold the barley from the trailer. So basically I can pay off a bit of the loan now. Now we've got a loan of 110,000. Yeah, so this is where we are right now. So bring auto combine up. This baler will miss some bits of this, but what I will do is I can write off the bits that it's really on the corners that it's going to miss it, and I'm not really that fussed. If I was that fussed, then I could do the corner bits myself. But obviously we're going to have 41 to do, which is a massive field. So basically I will set him off and quickly get to that one. X, B, E. Stop at the moment. Okay, so that is now to follow. I can leave him to it, and I made a very wide pickup with this baler, which I'm actually surprised about, and I think it's a really good baler to actually use. It's slightly more awkward than the other baler because obviously you have to empty it manually. But it's nothing. It's no real big deal really. But obviously the good thing with the follow me mod is that splits the balers out automatically, which I think is a really good mod. And I didn't really use it in Ep4 13. I knew it was there, but just never used it. But this time, yeah, I'm pretty happy to use it. Yeah, pretty happy to use it, so I think it's a great new mod, and it just shows you that, you know, even when you're by yourself, you can still do so much without, you know, doing everything yourself. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with. It's just the only problem is obviously the corners. It doesn't pick up very well on corners. But I myself, I am not good at corners either. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna have a go at the computer for doing it. Saying that, I'm gonna try and pick up all the grass from here, because obviously I'm going to come in and mow this again once the grass grows. It's a very nice field. I have seen that there is bigger ones, which would obviously give me more bales. I'm not sure exactly how many bales I'm going to get from this one. I was going to download the bale counter thing mod, but I didn't get around to it. I was just so happy to finish work, and I just wanted to do another couple of videos on this to get me ahead, mainly because of my work schedule coming up. My work schedule isn't the best. My playing time is getting limited. Saying that, if I'm night shift, then I will have time during the day to possibly play once I have a wee sleep and I get back up. But so far I've actually got quite a few bales out of this field. I just need to find somewhere to store my bales. Obviously, I prefer it to be somewhere near the cows, because the bales are basically going to be for them. Well, I suppose as well as the calves and pigs, and obviously grass bales for the sheep. Yeah. But, you know, the good thing is I already have New Holland with a front loader, so all we really need to do is get a bale spike and obviously the feeder, and then obviously when I get animals, then I'm pretty much sorted. Don't need to go and buy a telehandler at this early stage, and I really wouldn't bother going to buy a telehandler. I will just leave it as using the New Holland. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this map. I know from my voice, you're probably not getting that from my voice. bad throat at the moment. It's due to me giving up smoking, and I've had it now for a few months, and I'm actually thinking that I'm going to have it for good now. We'll see what the doctors suggest. I'm checking these big loose bits. Yes, it's a really good map. It's a very busy map. There's a lot to do in it. There's a lot of fields, and obviously you can't just cross the river whenever you want. You have to you have to go and find a bridge to cross over. I think that adds to the game. But I know there's probably a few people out there saying, "Oh, I can't be bothered with that." I know I know a lot of guys. I've played with quite a few that like shortcuts. Shortcuts, whether it's through fields or over mountains and things like that. They probably won't get enjoyment from this because obviously, you can't clearly drive where you want. You have to toe the line sort of thing. But as I say, I'm happy with it. It's a nice enough mod. I just wish I knew where it was based on. I get the feeling of UK until I see some of the buildings, and I think, maybe not UK. I don't know. I'd be a liar if I said I knew. I'm not ashamed to admit when I don't know anything. And in this instance, I know nothing. So, there's bound to be somebody out there that can give us a heads up on it. So if you can give me a heads up, then leave me a comment. I haven't planted the other fields yet. I was kind of hoping to maybe see what you guys thought about what crops to grow next. Obviously, all the barley that I've harvested so far has basically been sold. So I actually don't have any barley in my silos. In fact, saying that, I'm going to start doing some. Yeah, okay. So I've got 17,668 wheat, 16,952 barley, 16,934 canola, 17,378 corn, 16,870 potatoes, 17,146 in sugar beets, and 16,550 in wood chips. That is some okay amounts. So at some point we will need to sell either what we have to make some money, or add to it from whatever crop. Obviously I've done canola in one field. It's quite a big field, but obviously it'd be good to know what other crops you guys wanted to see put in the other fields. Obviously I'm kind of hoping that somebody doesn't going to say, oh, I think you should post that, I think you should grow sugar beets in this one, when it's like a big massive field. Plus obviously we need to take into consideration if we plant things like sugar beets, potatoes or corn, then you have to get like a harvester to harvest the sugar beets and potatoes, and we at least need to get a header to be able to do the corn. So that's one thing to look at. So I don't know if in that situation it would be best to keep it to wheat, barley and canola. But as I said before, I am open to suggestions from you guys. Right, I'm going to jump into this video. Up here. Yeah, so I'll leave it to you guys, unless nobody suggests anything, and obviously I don't want fields to be lying empty. So I do want to grow stuff. So if I get some comments left, then I will read them and I will think about what to grow. If I don't, then I will just decide myself and I will take a flack to it. So that's the joys. Well, that's us almost finished this grass field. Really, actually quite a lot of bales from this. Actually count them up once I'll remember this wee bit. Just short. Yes, I don't really think I've missed any. Missed a wee bit here, but I think it's better what I need. Oh dear. 99%. Yeah, still looking up. Oh, don't you just hate this? Weird. Just to get the veil. Pick up the tether up. No other thing for it. Basically left me no other choice. Like the tether not tethered any heat. There. 3979, and obviously it's 4,000 that makes a veil, so I'm not holding it much hope again, from this. Well, nothing I can do. Just means I'll be getting a veil usually the next thing. I'll turn that off to save people's ears. So that combines going. You can already see the minutes there. Once the field's done, I'll come in and do the bits that's been missed. There's quite a lot. Well guys, this bring episode 4 to an end here, and I will try to be with you as soon as my work schedule gets a year better. So I hope you enjoyed the episode guys, and I'll be back with you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching guys, bye bye.